Hi everybody. So I'm continuing my series on co-parenting, and I want to talk about a hotly contested, hotly debated area of co-parenting, and that's medical care and medical treatment. Because if you've got any sort of court orders or divorce decree, temporary orders, or order, there's most likely a section that is dedicated to discussing medical decisions, medical bills, financial responsibilities, that type of stuff. Every divorce decree is different, every agreement is different, but there is still quite a bit of standard language. And if you have orders, first of all, if you don't have orders, get them, because you absolutely need to have stuff in writing. Ooh, somebody was going too fast, and it wasn't me. So you gotta have the orders, absolutely, because otherwise there's no way to punish bad behavior, for one. And number two, it leaves much less room for arguments. So with the orders, with mine, and I'm going to use mine as an example, but understand that this is just my divorce decree, and your agreements may very well be different. And I hear this, heard a lot about this recently from my ex herself, and that's whenever it comes to medical bills, dental, vision, medical, insurance, etc. It's a 50-50 split. And I mean, I'm 100% cool with that. And most everybody is. Where you start to wade into troubled waters is the sections that start talking about ongoing medical treatments, medical therapies, surgeries, procedures, that type of thing. Because, as I've said in previous videos, your child is a conflict tap for your narcissist. They get arguments on tap by having a child with you. And certainly, I should hope that they don't want their child to die. But I know that there's plenty of narcissists that really just don't care about the life of a child. What they will care about is using your child's bad health to have fights with you non-stop. So pay very close attention to the verbiage in your agreements about the treatments and therapies and procedures for medical and mental. Mental is a fourth category that's gaining more and more recognition. So if you don't have a section for mental health services or mental health arrangements, get them. Because here's why. The verbiage in my divorce decree says that on first glance, it looks like it can be a huge warpath for a narcissist to really mess with you. And it can be, depending on the language. Mine is worded so that it says medical procedures, therapies, and treatments are subject to the agreement of the other parent. So if you're trying to get treatment for your child for anything, from be it appendicitis, or maybe they're having behavioral issues at school, or they want glasses or contacts, and the narcissist is using their position to shoot down the glasses or the contacts or whatever emergency procedure, or braces, or one of these things. So, I don't think Billy needs them. Okay. And they're like, they'll throw it in your face, because if you're trying to do something anyways, they come back and they're like, oh, they make that noise. Oh, you violated the decree. you're in violation and I'm going to hold you in contempt. All right. Okay, go for it. So here's the thing. There's another little clause that's very, very popular, I think. Seems like it should be. Because the next sentence, after it says subject to the agreement of the other parent, in my decree, there's an additional paragraph that says, should the parents fail to reach an agreement, the doctor gets the privilege of acting as tiebreaker. That is huge. And just by skimming and reading, you don't immediately pick up on what that is saying. That's saying, subject to the agreement of the other parent, should the parents fail to agree, the doctor is the acting tiebreaker. Which means you really don't need your narcissist's approval to be a good parent. Thank fucking God. You just need a doctor who agrees with you about the health of your child. You need a doctor who will agree with you, and a doctor who's willing to sign a sworn affidavit and potentially be a professional witness or expert testimony, whatever the word is. Willing to go to court and testify that your child really does need whatever it is you're doing. However, there are some additional landmines that you need to know about. Number one, if it's not printed in black and white toner, then it's arguable. So you want to always make sure that the merit of your actions is in the best interest of the child, and not pushing an agenda just to force your ex to spend money. Don't make it about a revenge plot. It needs to be something that your child legitimately needs, and keep it at that. Like I said earlier, a big gray area is with mental health services. Is it medical or is it something else? The decree doesn't specifically say mental health, or maybe it mentions it just a little bit, but in passing. Mental health services is not as clear-cut and defined as dental and vision and medical insurance. It's still kind of sort of a gray area. Sort of like, I guess kind of sort of similar to like chiropractors. They're kind of a niche. They're there, but it's along the question of why would we put specific chiropractic mentions in a divorce decree? You don't. It just kind of sort of lumps under medical. So, if you are going back to a mediation or have the opportunity to go back to a mediation, or maybe you're just now drawing stuff up for the first time, get that shit added and keep quiet about the doctor clause. Now, there's one additional. I know I keep having additionals, and that is, what you can and cannot do, right? So, evaluations are not treatments. So, if you feel there's a health issue with your child, mental health, medical health, whatever. If you feel your child's overweight or unhealthy or showing symptoms of a disease, if you think that they might have mental health issues such as ADHD or OCD or bipolar personality disorder or even narcissistic personality disorder, you are well within your rights to have an evaluation done, not treatment. You can't just go throw your kid on medication. And even if the doctor agrees, that's probably something that the court may or may not frown upon. It just depends on an individual circumstance, you know. But you're well within your right to say that as a parent, you feel like there might be something wrong with your child and you want to get them evaluated. Now, good luck getting your ex to chip in and pay 50% of that. They're not gonna, because they want to fight, right? So if you're gonna have an evaluation done, just cover the cost yourself. You know, that can, and don't stir the nest more than you have to, because I mean, why would you? Focus on helping your child. So that's it. So to wrap it up, medical, you know, again, medical, dental, vision, all of that, the bills get split 50-50. Read the black letter of your agreements. Make sure that mental health is explicitly mentioned. If you want to add a clause about evaluations, or along the lines of subject to the agreement of the other parent, or in lieu of 100% responsibility for costs incurred for non-emergency procedures, right? So, okay, you want to get little Billy evaluated for bipolar disorder. Okay, I don't think he's bipolar. I don't want to pay for that, but if you want to pay for it, go ahead. You just pay 100% of it. And don't come running back to me and making that horrible noise, oh, you know, and saying that I owe you 50%, because I don't. And make sure that, you know, all your bases are covered with that. Make sure you have the doctor clause, where subject to the disagreement of the parents, the doctor gets the right to act as the tiebreaker. And then you're good. You're free to be a good parent. And you're free to have the best interest of the child in mind. And you're free to do what you feel is best. And there you have it. Thank you very much for listening. I would say watching, but there's really not much to see. It's really not nighttime. I got a tan, so I just don't show up. Please like, comment, or share. I always love hearing comments from you guys. It makes me feel less crazy sitting here shouting at my phone, like always. But I like to know that I'm helping people get through difficult times in their life. So yeah, hit me up, and I'll see you on the next video.